I don't know about you, but when it comes to mediumship and stuff like healing, it's sometimes difficult to foresee what can be possible when we are not working in a conventional way. And I'm going to tell you why. So, to cut a long story short, my dad needed to go in for an operation, which is today. And a couple of weeks ago, good friend of mine, Liz Sparks, she said to me, Andy, why don't we suggest to your dad that we do some remote energy healing, trance healing, call it what you will, and see if we can't help him. So we connected with him on the Sunday and we had like 25, 30 minutes just working, um, asking to be guided by spirit, really. Certainly that's how I work, and Liz works in a very similar way. And Dad said he felt wonderful during this healing. You know, he was very relaxed and he was kind of like in his own happy space. And we said, well, let's meet again on the Thursday and let's have another session. And so we did. Again, it felt great. And, you know, of course, as mediums, we see stuff and we feel stuff and we know stuff. And but you just think, look, let's put it in the hands of spirit. So fast forward to today. Today he goes to hospital, and after a couple of delays of rescheduling, he has his op. And when the surgeon opens him up, nothing there. So what they should have found was what they saw on the scan, which was a stone in the urethral wall or on the urethral wall, and it needed to be removed surgically because it was attached to it. So it wasn't loose, it wasn't floating about, and it wasn't something that could be passed by having a wee. Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this and I'm telling other people your health business, but I think it's pretty amazing. So there was nothing there. Anyway, so I messaged Liz and I said, look, this is what's happened. It's great news, and he should be home later on this evening. You know, this was only in the last hour. Um, so she says, well, at the end of the second session, um, Claire Cognicy, she just knew. Um, she said, when the surgeon opens them up, nothing will be found. And the skeptics among you may say, well, you know, it could be this, it could be that, it could be the other. But what if it really was the spirit world? What if our spirit doctors, surgeons, practitioners, shamanic healers, energy healers, whatever you want to call them, what if they really did that? And I've no reason to think that they didn't, because we asked for that to happen. We worked with love. We worked with an intention to do something positive to facilitate healing in some way. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm not going to sit here and say I did, but I knew what I wanted to happen. And isn't it wonderful that um, there, in my mind, there's a really good chance that what we wanted for Dad happened. So the surgeon found nothing. So I just thought I'd share that because for me, I think it's wonderful. And look, have that faith and believe in yourself because you just don't know what's possible until you try. So there you go. That's what I'm sharing. I'm happy. Dad's happy. And I'm thankful to Liz for having that idea. Let's do it. And look what happened. So that's my good bit of news for the day. All right. So, Dad, apologies, but I've told many people about your operation, but I hope you don't mind. Catch you later. Bye bye.